Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full blow. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Noles will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. He leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pulls it fired complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lets it fly. Got a wide open receiver. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Oh, the quick spin move. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
A 1st down for the offense. The give to the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
To the air. It's Kendricks. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Gets it out quickly. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Scanning the field, it's Kendricks. He wants it all. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think can play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Looking for a gap. It's Morales. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown Seminole. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. A fair catch called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield. It's Pena. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Running with power. Tackle is made after the 1st down. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
And we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. Using the quick game. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got enough space.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
They'll try to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll go to the fullback. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knees knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Give to the running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll go to the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Florida 10.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quick pass on the fly motion. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Quarterback keeps it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Gators in the hurry up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Trying to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think it's go time now at this point of the game if you're on offense, because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one to get you the score?
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Kendricks. Steps away to find some room. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Runs into a wall. They'll give it 1 out to the 8.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He'll try to take it back. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll run it. It's Garrison. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Kendricks. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Florida! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
The defense has to continue pursuing the football there. You saw the running back was able to make a guy miss before getting out of bounds and getting a big gain. You can't let up here in the fourth quarter, defense. We need better effort.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here.
Touchdown, no! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw. It's Kendricks. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Escapes trouble. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away. He's going to run it. Turns it on in midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And if you're on defense now, you know what's coming next. They're going to be throwing the ball down into the end zone. A field goal does them no good. You've got to have something lined up on the back end. Get some guys that can swat this football away.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.